I would like you to describe the entire episode which you were going through with your family, because it started with your son. There is always at some point summoned by the SEC, and also your daughter as well. She's before the court as we speak today, and now the former First Lady, she's also being summoned. How would you describe the entire process?
You don't have to be very intelligent to know that after her it's me.
Yeah.
So this is a sequence. You're just peeling the onion. So I'm ready. All I can say is I'm ready. And they talk about immunity. Yes, they can take away the immunity, but I'll be able to answer to whatever charges. So I'm ready. Even if they say, look, I'm hiding behind the immunity, I'm not hiding anything. And even now, they're at liberty to question me, and the citizen I can answer. Yeah. So don't worry. I know what's going on. The strategy is to make sure that they kill PF, they kill my political life. I'm still politically active, although not in leadership, but I can still give an opinion. I can still influence certain things. So they're worried about that. I have said I'm no longer there, but I'm a living being. In short, you can consult me. I'm also a player in that sense. So they want me out of it completely, but you can kill the body, you can't kill the soul. And we can't kill ideas. So there are people who believe in what we believed in PF, what we still believe in, and that is which is going to reign supreme. But I said, we now stand head and shoulder above them, because people have been able to compare oranges with oranges. Yeah. We can tell which ones are wholesome and which ones are rotten.
And how would you describe Zambia's political environment? Because in the next few days, we'll be hosting the
Excellency, we thank you so much.
Please let him answer.
Lying would be that is what is the
Thank you, Excellency.
I wish you went to Bafuki with Nandi. Mewazio nila weka. Uzimutuba mutasha pajangata lepema. Delemba leta notuma.
Chagwa Evangelo ndi Lungu we wamesa chita we Lungu lakakuwa we nga wende muchwe Chagwa Evangelo ndi umoyo wamesa kusalwezi ni Lungu sangezi ni Lungu nyanganya wamesa mweni lunga ni Lungu mfunga ni Lungu nyanganya Edgar Lungu na mambo akubamba kwa miaka tu icheche yo aikaraba pa bufumu witubura kwamba mbauza kuwanisha mikwako kamitine yakine mikwako watendeka kuwanisha au mnoso rwezi chingora roti vakwao vanhu vakafurumende vadzinga pokara vaikere miaka yavura kumwingitirapo ne minoye wamba kwamba mbauza kuingitirapo pamova tu acheche nakusarongo vaministuke vakuingira kwa mutundu kako tuteva mona ibyo ayingira muwe muntu ye muntu mo utina mutima wako ka mutima wama mutima wake babyambo byarese pajyo mwana musangira bingeti bacheche bantu bafana kufakasha no bifakasha yetiga kuno kuntu twaiti muvotere uno muntu kwakura ne kutaya kimyene barongo ba wecha koreka kuwa we nga wenda muchiche Lungu we Evangelo ndi wecha komeza kuchipata ni Lungu soka ni Lungu nyanganya komeza Saka ni Lungu ngora ni Lungu nyanganya komeza usafya ni Lungu kuchinga ni Lungu nyanganya komeza Echindu chimwe na Zambia chofire waishibanichi ukwishibelisa mbushobe chindu chisuma wikonkera kufotera mu mutundu panjiro wafotera mu mutundu karuba lero ndiye kuchenyesha kutira ufire waiswa kutira kukuvota ninsambushobe ufire wavotera umuntu owishiwe okutira uyu muntu engati wale chalo pantashi ngefiri Chagwa Lungu umome wa mutembo umome wa chumfwira we musebera munandi taufwiri okulwa bakubomfyo kwa mkubusholo buli chenjera pansambushobe
pamoneke ukufita ulubuto niba Yesu kanabala sanika nangu pamoneke ukufita ulubuto niba Yesu kanabala sanika timawanireko kulira nangu pamoneke ukufita ulubuto niba Yesu kanabala sanika.
Kumamba kwa talimpa pansi pakosa mavuto yanikwela mabanja wanitawa nasala
The same friend of mine, Saka, when he said, "House, this is the challenge we face here, and the answer should come from you." Because a lot of you supported UPND, and I'm not saying you were wrong, but you didn't know that there is power in there. That power depends on who is handling it. The power that gentleman is using is the same power I had, but did you see what you are seeing now? No, because I was well brought up. Now, I was brought up believing friends. I was brought up respecting each other. And take, for example, I was given an example. In church, I said, my good friend, GBM, is generous because he comes from the family. He grew up in a family where they taught him to love and to share, to be generous. And when he went to church, the church emphasized the need for generosity and love, and he grew up a loving person and a caring person. I referred to Honorable Lubinda. I said he's a gentleman, perfect gentleman, and he grew up in a Christian family. They went to church and so on. So I was telling people, I said, let's bring our families to church so that we glorify God, and God also rewards us with the right values. And tomorrow somebody says, Lungu was a waster. Now, I am saying to you that my waist is far much better than what we have. Far much better. You can talk about all these things. You can go into agriculture. You can go into everything, including exchange rates. You can go into price of middle meal. Edgar stands head and shoulder above what you're experiencing now. I don't have to say it, but I'm not here to say that because react. Now, crimes, economic crimes court, and the fight against corruption. I think, again, you have to compare. These guys keep beating their drums and singing their song at the highest pitch that they're doing better. Judge for yourselves. I have said in the past that the fight against corruption should not be for settling political scores or identifying which one you want to neutralize or even annihilate from the political landscape. That's not what you do. The people who are appearing before this court are all those who are political or politically connected, and we know that. And the idea is to emasculate them in terms of resources so that they're not able to say anything political or be able to even speak. Okay? But at the end of the day, Zambians cannot be cowed by the economic court. This court, whatever the intention, is not playing its intended objective, not meeting its intended objective at all. You cannot have a court which is told that you're not going to be paid in the judiciary, or you won't have an improved conditions of service, or you want to get more money on an increase because the money is in the hands of the former regime who have got money in their houses. Yeah? And you are saying, unless you recover that money, you, the judiciary, will not improve your terms and conditions of service, including your pay rise will not be affected. You can't have that. So it simply means when I appear in court, they'll say, let's nail him so that we can have money, so that we are able to improve our conditions of service and get cars and all those things. That's not what you do. You're politicizing the judiciary and corrupting them in the process. That's what happened. Countrymen and women, fellow Zambians, I have chosen to make my remarks on this matter because of their importance to the life and well-being of our country. You are aware that recently there has been legal petitions against my eligibility to stand as a presidential candidate in both 2021 and the future. This matter has been settled by the Constitutional Court. The reopening of what was settled remains illegal and a clear act of lawlessness. It is now common knowledge that the petitioners are surrogates of State House and the UPND. We have all seen pictures of the petitioners with my competitor, President Hakainde Hichilema, and in many cases with his ministers and senior UPND leaders. This doesn't bother us. However, what bothers us is the credible information that members of the judiciary are keen or have demonstrated interest to participate in these political and illegal schemes to ban me from participating in elections. It is for this reason that we have raised a petition of recusal on the need for some judges to recuse themselves to create distance, promote sense of impartiality, and remove those perceived to have vested interests in the case. My hope and prayers are that there will be respect accorded to my application currently before the court to help restore confidence in the courts and the judiciary. The recent events where professionals have been removed and punished for doing a professional job makes a very sad turn of events. I have in mind the unconstitutional removal and harassment of the former Director of Public Prosecutions, Ms. Gillian Flatashawa Sioni, the Registrar of Societies, Tandiwe Piri Muhende, and the recent suspension of 3 constitutional judges, among others. All the complaints against the judges were comprehensively dealt with. We see that the matter has been, without cause or justification, reopened, and the judges now stand suspended. These developments are very serious and are undermining the rule of law and democracy in our land. The scheme to undermine the 2026 elections. It has become very evident that schemes designed to undermine the 2026 presidential and general elections have been heightened. From secret issuance of NRCs or national registration cards to the secret registration of voters. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has not bothered to publicize this exercise and has not bothered to conduct it in an open manner. All these devious schemes are being implemented to attempt to destroy the opposition, decimate viable and credible candidates, and present an opportunity for the UPND to seal the 2026 election. Our call is that the participation of democratic institutions such as Parliament, Judiciary, and the Electoral Commission of Zambia in these illegal and dangerous schemes being perpetrated by State House would amount to the act of treachery and reversal to our democratic values and the democracy we constantly all aspire to achieve. These actions are threatening our national security and our cherished peace. We make this call to Zambians, who are the real custodians of both our peace and security, that democratic dividends earned so far must not be lost. Both our independence in 1964 and our democracy in 1991 were hard fought for, and the sacrifices made by our forefathers must never be sacrificed at the altar of political expedience and narrow partisan interests being perpetrated by President Hichilema. Instead of focusing on the numerous challenges and crises facing our country, such as load shedding, high cost of living, poverty, unemployment, lack of economic opportunity, volatile exchange rate, rising debt, and rising inflation, and the economic collapse that we face, President Hichilema is engaged in schemes to retain power at all costs, even at the expense of destroying our democracy and the rule of law. What did he find when he assumed office? What was the price of mealie meal, fuel, electricity, fertilizer, cooking oil, sugar? Ask yourself these questions. What was the price of mealie meal? What was the price of fuel? What was the price of electricity, fertilizer, cooking oil, and sugar, amongst other commodities at the time he assumed office? Today, in the case of fuel, he reduces it by 1/4, 2/4, from 30, I don't know what it was, and he says he have brought a reduction. The challenge is, can he take the prices back to where he found them if he has failed to reduce them? To win elections, one must work for the people and the economy of the country. One must not plot to retain power against the will of the people. HH must face me, and he should desist using cowardly and dirty political schemes to ban me participating in the elections. God bless you. God bless our country, Zambia. I thank you.
Nanako kubusha bukeni ushe sekuli tondolo shuwa mwana kila kumshiri kaniwe mupita nshira ila mwaneko kuanguka kano waivika munsapato ala info ila kalipa kokelele ni abasumabo avan
Mbale wane, Chagwa, Edgar, Lungu wane, Mbale wane, Chagwa, pala ukenda mwe Chagwa, pala chalo chako chake Lungu we, komeza chiuta, Chagwa, Edgar, Mbale wane wase Lungu we, komeza chiuta, we Chagwa reka kuwa we, na wende muchise Chagwa, Ivangelo ndi umo we, omeza chiuta, we Lungu reka kuwawe ngawenda muchishe chagwa ivangelo ndi umbuwe komeza
Up the end of the road. Let's go. Yo, mpira huyo. Konda hiyo. Temani. Tiens.
It is something that we thought we should participate, and fortunately enough, we've been accepted to do so. We are very grateful. Excellence.
How was the impression of these things?
Actually,
What we can do that.
please, if it is tomorrow, we'll be very grateful.
Tomorrow you will.
Tomorrow, because we are longing for you.
Okay, we'll see. Sure. We'll pray over it.
Please.
What was the experience?
I underrated the whole exercise, but to my surprise, I've been knocked down.
Chagwa Lungu Tata Mwendo mutende Weche wasa wesu wanseko We mufyachi wesu Chagwa Mwendo mutende Abana hobe walila Ichalo chome chalila Lungu Mwendo mutende Zambia yalila chalo chalila tata Mwendo mutende Fue bana kwalila Chalo chalila Mwendo mutende Mozi zanga sizileka kugwa Mwendo mutende Fose za mene mwasebenza Zinigwira kumutima Tata Mwendo mutende What a sudden day We mufyashi wesu We twashintiri lapo Mwendo mutende Abana balila Ichalo chalila We mufyashi ediga Mwendo mutende Niona mwe chimoto Demona kwati lelotare Lungu waya Mwendo mutende Zambia yalila Nefyalo fimbi fyalila Baufyashiwo wakwete Lungu Mwendo mutende Luyano waga wesu tata Gone mulumulo Etiga Wende gavotu Batata Nezonzu wogo batambula Etiga Wende gavotu tata Etiga
Chagwa Lungu Chagwa Bale wane Chagwa Edgar Lungu wane Bale wane Chagwa pala ukenda mwe Chagwa pala chalo chako chake Lungu we komeza chiuta Chagwa Edgar pala chalo chako chake Chagwa pala mbale wane waselungu we komeza chiuta we Chagwa reka kuwa we nawende muchishe Chagwa ivangelo ndi umoyo we komeza chiuta we Lungu reka kuwa we twaya ibalongo bami tumuvotere uno Edgar Lungu twaye nwenu akwetu tumuvotere uno Edgar Lungu balongo emwane tata emwane bachagwa palo chalo chako chagwa pala bana bako bakebuze kameza chiuta Edgar Lungu we pala ngale wane wase chagwa pala chalo Lungu we kameza chiuta we Chagwa reka kuwa we na wende muchi we Chagwa ivangelo ndi Lungu we wamesa chiuta we Lungu reka kuwa we na wende muchi we Chagwa ivangelo ndi umoyo wamesa chiuta ni Lungu sangezi ni Lungu nyanganya wamesa mweni lunga ni Lungu tumuvotere uno Edgar Lungu na mambo akubamba wa myaka tuicheche yo aikaraba pabufumu witubura kwamba mbauza kuwanisha mikwako kamitine yakine mikwako watendeka kuwanisha au mnoso rwezi chingora roti vakwao vanhu vakafurumende vadzinga pokara vaikere myaka yavura kumwingitirapo ne minoye wamba kwamba mbauza kuingitirapo pamoa vatu acheche.
Families where people love each other would have a community in which people love each other. In the end, you would have a nation where people love each other. And all these instances of friction, violence, hate, foul language wouldn't be there. You learn to forgive, you learn to forget, you learn to cherish. But I'm not going to tell you what you want to mundu kwa chishinga nomukenezeyigala munga nimishini twabate mwana bayikatana zane yonse tapoikiretwala ayikatana kuleefana nomutende twafanikanje tekikubesa kwati umugenda umubemba unikalubale umusenga would be one Zambia, one nation.
So you rate me after because for Zambia, unfortunately, the fight against corruption has been politicized. It's become a special vehicle for those who seek political office to make their friends look very ugly. I have given latitude to the institutions mandated by law to investigate, prosecute.
Sabanyo ya fuma. Haensi ya fuma. No bushi. Yes. Adishi. Bushi. Now fuma. How many?
Game changer. Conqueror the lion is here. 10 months ago. That's 10 years ago. 10 months ago. Tobu. But today I saw his son from Kinshasa. That boy is a nice voice. They say it's your son. They posted it, eh? Oh, the poem is beautiful. The Lord's voice out. I said, come on, I'm going to go. And they go.
But the man should pray for you. Excellency, Mununga was very close to one border called Kamakanda. And
this is Africa. We can do it. But we underrate ourselves so much.
Mr. Edgar Lungu, when the party was only 40 days old, he stood here in Chawama. But we listened to the church. The church wanted to be represented. We took a woman, a mother, Sampa bread from UCZ to rob the seat from Mr. Edgar Lungu. Pepani, sorry. And because God knows that we were wrong, that's why the woman has run away from the people of Chawama. Pepani, my apologies. Nga twalunda kuba Edgar Lungu balunda kwenchito. Ino Chawama nga bayaba pantu amalai twalimuletere muno mu Chawama. Pantu efire batira mbulandume njifyalire yandi. Pantu ifo abatu fiere bali loba. Nombero baloba. Na ifo tulingirero tukafa kuya kulilesa. Kuyatira mkwaya pona peresisheni hapa. Nga moya mchipingo bwali ba matalanta. Chila muntu na talanta liyakwe. Amatalanta mwakwata yakumwe kuti chalonga chaka lesa ewa irepokolo la matalanta kuriyosha ishime kubomfya matalanta yako. Mnaibukisha chila muntu ne talanta liyako. Amatalanta bali tuakanya abatumbuka balemba pona kalwimbo kalalate mwasana kala nkwenda nkongono sikumala bana ba.
If we have a nation comprising of families where people love each other, we would have a community in which people love each other. In the end, you would have a nation where people love each other. And all these incidences of friction, violence, hate, foul language wouldn't be there. You learn to forgive, you learn to forget, you learn to cherish. Kachaba tuwezi tuwaitemenwe, tuwate mwanechile chine, mundu pwa, chishinga, no mchenezle ikala munga, limu mishini, tuwabate mwana wa ikatana. Zambia yonse fyapo ipele tuwala ikatana tole mfwana, no mtende tuwa pantanshite, tukube fyapo ati yumudunda, uyumubemba, unika luvale, uyumunsenga, would be one Zambia, one nation. So speaking as head of state, I think that what mwana sana tatwakachula hiyo. Abate mwana, tabachula, abachula. If we have,
I want you to describe the entire. I would like you to describe the entire episode which you are going through with your family, because it started with your son. That is was at some point summoned by the SEC, and also your daughter as well. She's before the court as we speak today, and now the former first lady, she's also being summoned. How would you describe the entire process?
You don't have to be very intelligent to know that.
I wish
Chagwa Ivangelo ndi Lungu we wamesa chita Lungu nakakuwa we nga wende muchwe Chagwa Ivangelo ndi umoyo wamesa chita kusalwezi ni Lungu sangezi ni Lungu nyanganya nyanganya wamesa chita mweni lunga ni Lungu mfunga ni Lungu nyanganya Nasema ni Lungu kaoma ni Lungu nyanganya
barongo bano twali tumuvotere uno Edgar Lungu na mambo akubamba kwa miaka tu icheche yo aikaraba pabufumu witubura kwamba mbausa kuwanisha mikwako kamichineki akine mikwako watendika kuwanisha au noso rwezi chingora roti vakwao vanhu vakafurumende vatsinga pokara vaikere miaka yavura kumwingitirapo ne minoye wamba kwamba mbausa kuingitirapo pakati pamova tu acheche nakusorongo vaministuke vakuingira kwa mutundu kako tuteva mona ivyo aingira muwe munhu ye muntu mo uchina mutima wako ka mutima wawama mutima wake babyambo byarese pajojo mwana musanchira bingeti vacheche bantu bafoyena kufakasha no bifakasha yetika kuno kuntu twaiti muvotere uno muntu kwakura nekutaya kimyene marongo ba wecha koreka kuwa we ngawenda muchichelungu we ivangelo ndi wecha komeza kuchipata ni rungu soka ni rungu Sambi echo fire waishibanishi ukwishibensa mbushobe chintu chisuma wikonkera okufotera mu mutundu pantiro wafotera mu mutundu karuba lero ndiye kuchenyesha kutira ufire waishibwa kutira okufota ninsambushobe ufire wafotera umuntu wo wishibe okutira uyu muntu engati wale chalo pantashi ngefiri Chagwa Lungu umome wa mutembo umome wachumfuira we musevera munandi taufiri okulwa bakubomfyoka mukubusholo buli chenjera pansambushobe pamoneke ukufita ulubuto niba Yesu yanabala sanika nangu pamoneke ukufita ulubuto niba Yesu yanabala sanika imawanireko kulira nangu pamoneke ukufita ulubuto niba Yesu yanabala sanika